Greetings everyone and welcome to part 5 of Mega Man and Bass. Sorry it took a little while, but these next two levels, oh man, I got so frustrated that I had to take a break. I'm not kidding folks, after I managed to record these levels as Mega Man and Bass, I took a break. I needed a breather for a day or so because, oh my god. Well, we have two robot masters left to kill, and first off is Astro Man. Again. Yep, he's back along with Dynamo Man. And I think it's coincidence or not, but Dynamo Man and Astro Man are the robot masters that did not get a roll call, as it were, at the end of Mega Man 8. You remember my commentary about that? And yet here they are in Mega Man and Bass. Again, it's probably coincidence. Perhaps it's not coincidence. I'm not entirely sure, actually. I mean, I can imagine somewhere behind the scenes, well, in some kind of fictional universe, saying, "Oh, Dynamo Man, Astro Man, if you don't mind foregoing appearing in the credits of Mega Man 8, you can appear in this next game too, where we can pay you more money and such." So, yeah, I can imagine something like that or something. All right. And this room's weird. Enemies will just pop up and try to attack Mega Man, and it's weird. Alright, Astro Man. So, apparently King revived Astro Man by using the data he stole from the Robot Museum back in the opening stage. Okay. Yeah, this is just me farming for health because, you never know what kind of BS gimmick can kill Mega Man just like that. But thankfully, it doesn't have to take too long because, well, there you go. But don't worry, I will get an upgrade later on that, well, will benefit Mega Man greatly. Anyway, we have this puzzle right here. We have to actually mimic the buttons that are highlighted. And if you press the wrong button, you will get shot at. But those shots are easily dodged if you know what to do. And, yeah, just mind your jumps and you should get past this puzzle, no problem. Now, I don't like Astro Man stage. Do you know why? Well, for one, we have these floors that can raise up and can get Mega Man onto the spikes and kill him. Unless you have the shock guard, well, yeah. And remember, you can only use the shock guard once per level. Once you use it up, well, it's gone. And you have to buy another one to replace it. So, mind your jumps carefully. Just take it slow. Don't rush it. And now, here it comes. My least favorite part of this stage. We have the return of those annoying, reappearing, disappearing blocks. Oh, goody. Oh. And I swear, these things are finicky in this stage. I mean, you jump on one, then you try and jump to the next, and then all of a sudden, they disappear like that. You have to have precision platforming in order to make it across without falling and dying. Like here, for example. If I misjump right here, I fall into a bottomless pit and die. Now here, this one's no problem because, well, there's no bottomless pit. I mean, there's an enemy right there, but you can kill with all sorts of, well, weapons and such. I mean, it's not really a threat. It's just you have to kill it so that you don't die from it. Oh, come on! Again, precision platforming. Ugh. And this is why it took me a long time, folks, because of gimmicks like these. I have to do this over and over and over again. Not to mention, the next set, well, the first one starts over a thing of spikes, and one wrong move, trying to get to that first block, and you die. I mean, I have died here a lot, and and again, you have to be fast, but then, I mean, you have to time it so you can get to that one block over the spikes just as it appears, like that. Otherwise, you will not make it to where you need to go. And, oh, good. And there are actually two branching pathways with these reappearing, disappearing blocks. Go more towards the left, and you'll essentially reach a dead end that has a CD. which is okay, I guess, but then you have to go through all this again. So it's best just to ignore it and just go to the pathway to the right so that you can make it. And oh god, I hate this section. Especially since you cannot see, since you're playing the GBA version, which shrinks the screen. Ugh. And this is the time I actually made it, so hooray, folks. Hip, hip, hooray. We don't have to go through this again. And we have another one of these button puzzles, so sometimes the combinations can be easy, sometimes they can be hard. Just pay attention and mind your jumps. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Don't worry, we're almost at Astro Man's, we're almost at the end. Of course, we have more of these raising floors with spikes. Ugh. And one more right here. Thanks, game. Thanks a lot. Well, at least Astro Man gives us some weapon and health energy. That can only be used if you can. That can only be acquired if you've used magic cards. So if you want to get it, then why not? Anyway, here is Astro Man again. And he has some different attacks. First of all, he will try and hover towards you, trying to hit you. He will produce enemies like that, usually in threes, and you can destroy them easily. And yeah, he gets a little more up close to your personal space. I guess he's not shy anymore or something. Yeah, so Magic Card is his weakness this time around, and he has a new main attack, Copy Vision. Basically, he will create a clone of himself, which will shoot energy balls at you. So, yeah, you can destroy the copy using Magic Card, no problem. And when you think about it, it actually makes sense. I was looking up information about Astro Man for this LP, and remember his first primary weapon, Astro Crush? It turns out these meteors that were falling from the sky were actually fiery green replicas of Astro Man himself. So this is not the first time he used an attack that involved cloning or duplication or something like that. So yeah, I didn't know that then. So cool, huh? Now we get the power to copy, well, your character and shoot enemies at the same time. That's kind of neat, really. And it will be useful against our next Robot Master because, the next Robot Master, the final Robot Master, it's this guy right here. Dynamo Man. This is going to be fun. Although, I admit, I do like the music here, and this level's not that bad, if you're playing as bass, that is. Again, these levels are more tailored to bass than Mega Man. I'm starting to agree with those LPers more and more about this. Because bass would not have any, well, he would have had less trouble during that reappearing, disappearing block section in Astro Man stage. It's, Alright, let's go on and talk about our final Robot Master of this game. Dynamo Man used to be a robot guide for school children on field trips through a power plant. Aww. When King made him create an internal power generator that emitted a massive energy force field, no one could get close to him, and soon he began to resent everyone. He can charge himself up with electricity to attack and refill his energy column. And yeah, you're going to be seeing that in action, folks. You will see that in action, I guarantee it. Now we have these sections here involving moving conveyor belts. And as you can see here, if you manage to get on a platform above the conveyor belts will stop. And depending on how fast you move using a slide or dash, the conveyor belt will move faster and faster, and that's not good. And remember, you have to stand on a platform above the conveyor belt in order to stop it. Just jumping alone won't stop it. So keep that in mind. Also, be mindful of tellies, fire mets, sniper jokes, and such. And, yeah. Oh, this section right here, You know, Base can make that jump using his dash ability, but remember, in the GBA version, the dash is just 2 taps of the directional control pad, and again, I have not mastered it exactly, so I'm just taking this way because, well, again, you cannot see what's in front of you. It's like, the GBA version of this game. Anyway, we have a mini-boss here. These turret mini-bosses. All we have to do is, you can kill it 2 ways. 1, destroy each of the turret 4 times, and the turret dispenser will be destroyed. Or if you just attack the turret dispenser directly, it will also be destroyed. And, yeah, the strategy's up to you, and, I mean, I'm sure as Base you can aim diagonally up at the turret dispenser to destroy it directly, but sometimes I find it safer just to attack the turrets directly because they won't, well, attack you as much. And they can do this technique right here, where they gang up on you. I mean, just shoot or be shot, and these things will go down quickly. Now, something again about the music. I do have to say that I've heard the Rockman and Forte Super Famicom version of this music and the GBA version of this music, and I prefer the GBA version. I don't know why. I prefer that version to the Super Famicom version. I don't know why. It feels more... It clicks more to me. I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure people like the Super Famicom version, but it's just my opinion, folks. So, yeah. Anyway, we have these sections here where the rooms are dark, except for a searchlight that goes all the way around the room, just highlighting certain sections. And of course, there just had to be spikes in the area as well. Thank you, game. Thank you very much. I mean, if you play this game over and over again and memorize exactly where things are in a room, well, you can make it no problem without using these searchlights. It's just a matter of timing. Hey. Anyway, for those of you who may or may not know, Keiji Inafune has recently begun a Kickstarter funding a new project called Mighty Number 9. And to be honest, I think it actually looks good. I mean, granted, it feels Mega Man-esque, but I think that's the point exactly. It might be the closest thing to a Mega Man game we are going to get in a long, long time. A true Mega Man game. Now, normally I don't go for Kickstarters, but for this one, why not? I've donated some money to the cause because, well, come on, I want to play this game, and I want to play this thing on the console. Now, how much money did I, well, give to the Kickstarter? Well, enough so that when the game comes out, I will get a free download, so, let's just leave it at that, folks. I mean, I could give them more, but, well, yeah. Anyway, here we are at the final robot master of the game, Dynamo Man. And, his attacks, oh boy. Well, his attacks can vary. They can, well, depending on how good your dodging ability is. Like this, for example. Shoots these little electric things that, well, you can jump, slide, and shoot. So those aren't too much of a problem. He'll also try and jump into you and slide around the room. I guess he likes to move around. He'll also produce these 5 energy balls that will home in on you. However, if you use copy vision, they will home in on the copy instead of you. Of course, you will not see this now because, well, actually, in this case, let me demonstrate right quick. See? Now, those 3 balls were meant for another attack, which we will actually see in a bit. And when his energy has gone low enough, well, he'll try and recharge. Now, as base, you can just aim upward and destroy the recharging thing. For Mega Man, I would suggest using Wave Burner to destroy those things quickly. Because if you dilly-dally too long, he will restore all of his health. And this is his main attack right here, Lightning Bolt. And yeah, overall he can be a real pain, but if you're real lucky, you can manage to destroy him before, well, he destroys you. Whew, God. Yeah, that took me a while, folks. This is another reason it took me a while. I kept dying at the bosses, which means I had to restart levels all over again, which means good. But it doesn't matter. We did it. We have killed the final Robot Master. We have gotten the final power, which is Lightning Bolt. So basically it allows one to produce lightning all across the screen and kill enemies on the screen. So that's nice. So we did it, folks. We have defeated all 8 Robot Masters, which means we are, well, in part 6, we are going to go to King's Fortress and take the guy out. See ya then.